There is one law that you cannot do without in life. In as much as you are on the earth, that law holds sway and is going to affect you either positively or negatively, how you choose to handle it. And that law is no other law than the law of sowing and reaping. That is, you are going to reap what you sow. What you are going to reap is what you sow. It's not possible for you to sow maize, to sow corn and reap millet. And it's not possible for you to sow mango and you reap cashew. It's not possible. You are going to reap what you sow. Now, the question I have for you is this: what are you reaping in your life right now? What are the situations surrounding your marriage? What are the situations happening in your business? What are those things you are passing through in your life? I'm telling you, they are the fruit of the seed that you sowed. Because what you are reaping now is what you've sown in the past. So, reap without complaint if what you are reaping is bad. And when I say reap without complaint, I'm asking you to reap and take responsibility for what you are reaping. So don't try to shift the blame on your friend. Don't try to shift the blame on your mom. Don't try to shift the blame on your dad. Don't try to shift the blame on your friends. Don't try to shift the blame on even the government of your country. Take responsibility. Reap without complaint. And you know what? Reap without apologies. If you sow the right thing and you're reaping the right thing, you're enjoying a good life, I'm telling you, owe nobody any apology. Reap without apology. Let them ask you if you are reaping what you sow and you have to buy 10 million worth of car. I'm telling you, reap what you sow without apology. People can talk, they say, oh, how will he spend 10 million on car? Why wouldn't he? I beg, come on, leave them alone. Reap without apology to anybody anywhere. Enjoy the good life. Okay, they say you are enjoying a good marriage, that okay, he's shacking them, he's always holding hand with the wife and the lies, and they are doing a show off. People will always talk. I beg, reap what you sow without apology. Don't give it all to what they are saying. That's none of your business, and even that's none of their business. So reap the bad without complaint. Reap the good without apology, knowing that what you are enjoying or what you are passing through is the seed that you sow. Your life will begin to change the very moment you choose to start taking responsibility for your life. And taking responsibility for your life is a choice. You will have to intentionally choose to take responsibility for your life. Your situation will remain the same. If you don't quit the blame game, you must stop playing that game. Okay, I'm where I am because of my mom. Things are not working for me because of where I am, because of my country, because of my environment, because of my background. See, quit blaming all of those things. The right person to blame is the person that is watching me right now, which is you. You are to blame, no other person. It is not your father, it is not your mom, it is not your brother, it is not your government, it is nobody, it is you. Why? Because you are the one taking all of the choices. Because it is not about what happens to you, it's about how you react to it. Okay, you said somebody slapped you, and as a result of that, you slap your home back and he fainted and died. And you're like, if you did not slap me, I wouldn't have had to see. Take responsibility. You have a choice not to retaliate when he slapped you. So it is no other person's fault. It is not his fault. It is your fault. Why? Because you are the one that did not choose the best way. You do not choose the best way to react to that situation. We live in a world where people play the blame game. You ask an housewife, why is it that your food is salty? You say, it's not my fault. It is the company that makes that produce the salt. They make the salt so powerful that I just put a pinch and then the food is salty. She did not want to take the responsibility. That's the kind of the world we are in. Somebody will walk into a restaurant, get a cup of coffee, and then the coffee will pour on him, burn him, and he will go to the court, sue the company that produced the coffee, the company that sells the coffee, that why will they sell him a coffee that is too hot. That's the kind of world that we are in. People don't want to take responsibility. We live in a world that somebody will use his car to kill somebody and we sue the company that produced the car, that is the company that produced the car that make him to 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 have an accident with the car, and as a result of that killing somebody. That's the kind of world we live in. People don't want to take responsibility, and that's why people are becoming poorer. People are not enjoying their life. Why? Because they don't take responsibility. See, the change you want, the change you are looking for will happen when you start taking responsibility for your life. Do you know who is responsible for where you are at right now? Do you know who is responsible for the amount of money in your bank account? Do you know who is responsible for the kind of relationship you have with your wife? Do you know who is responsible for the kind of result you bring home at the end of every time, at the end of every semester? Do you know who is responsible for that delay that you are having with your project? Do you know who is responsible for that delay? There's no other person but you. So when you take responsibility for your life, that's when things will begin to change. You know why? When you take responsibility for your life, your eyes will be open to those things that you are supposed to be doing that you are not doing. When you take responsibility for your life, your eyes will be open to those things that you are not supposed to be doing that you are doing. You reap what you sow, you reap what you do. So when you take responsibility for everything happening in your life, you are going to look at those things you're doing and you say, okay, I'm going to stop doing this from today. And you are going to look at those things that you're supposed to be doing that you're not doing and say, okay, you make up your mind, from today I will start doing them. The day that you make that decision, that's when things will begin to change for you. So you have a control over the time that your story will change. And do you know the time I want your story to change? That time is now. And that will only happen if you make up your mind right now, as you are watching and listening to me, that I will take responsibility for my life. So I dare you today to start taking responsibility for your life.